Hello, Bryan.
Yeah, just a minute. Hey, listen, sorry, I don't have a lot of time. It's Bryan from This, That, and the Other. Look, okay, I want to tell you everything. I want to tell you the truth about wood. You want to know about the real stuff? You want to know why the earth is hollow and why we're being run by aliens? You want to know about the stuff they're putting in your Gatorade and why you should be eating your dogs and why renewable resources are a lie and we're living inside of a hologram. And I'll tell you all this, but you have to listen to This, That, and the Other. You have to subscribe on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher. Don't tell Sam though. Don't tell him.
What are you doing? Are you making an ad without me?
No, listen, I gotta go. Subscribe to This, That, and the Other.
You bastard.
9/11 was a lie. What happened to buildings?
And what the fuck is up? Welcome back to another episode of What's Hood with your compa, Forever Cabrón on the microphone, talking all types of absurd this week. Want to start off with a shout out to the homies on the Binge on this channel. Home to Happy News with Perry Kurtz, Universal Dreams, hosted by the homegirl Shanice Nice, Olden Times TV, Sam of All Trades, and of course This, That, and the Others with the homies Bryan and Sam, all under the Binge on this channel on YouTube. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, click on the notification bell to let you know when we drop and giving you this hot content. You know we live out here, dog. We appreciate all of you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for writing a review. Thank you for chopping it up. Thank you for getting involved. We shout out you, dog. Like, it's all love. And shout out to, the randoms that drop by and just click on this randomly. What's up, y'all? Hope you all been good, and I do hope you all been blessed this week. I hope, life's been treating you well. We're about to enter that last phase of the year, getting ready for that quote-unquote nuevo. So if you ain't ready, get your shit ready, because life been ready. Shit, dog. Work's been picking up, so all my time kind of been drained lately. I've been all over the place, driving all over the city out here, fucking going from point A to point B to point C, all the way to point Z, and then got to find my way back to 1. Shit's been exhausting. And then I get home, and, there ain't really no privacy time. Everyone needs time to decompress or decongest, but you just hit the shower, smoke a blunt or two, hit a brew, or maybe not, Shout out to you quitters out there joining the AA movement or the NA movement. Ain't no one trying to quit out here in life, but hey, we give you props. And you go ahead and take a nap, dog. But aside from that, I've been good, homie. I've been out here, watching people struggle to get by, struggle to get up. Shout out to all the protesters out there. I heard Chile locked it down, 1.5 million shit down Santiago. Woo! Then you got fucking governments looking like ass when it comes to capturing fucking narcotraficantes. And for all of you that don't know, narcotraficantes is literally a narcotics trafficker. The reason why it sounds so badass is because the hard R's and, sounds pretty dope. Narco. If only snitch sounded so good, right? Hey, shout out to 6ix9ine. I hope that fool give me $1 million or $2 million for just counting that fool. But in the hip-hop game, dog, it's been a quiet front, really. I mean, the last good album that I heard was... Damn, that is a really good ass question. I do not know. And I live and breathe hip hop. Well, look, dog, shout out Schoolboy Q. Crash Talk. What's the talk? Over there crashing all into whips and shit. Movie wise, last movie I did still see was The Joker, so I'm still waiting off on that one. It's an interesting conversation. You gotta watch a movie twice if you really want to develop an opinion about it, I think. So now that we got all of that shit out the way, let's get into today's topic. I'm going off the cuff here because I don't really have one, but thinking about all these kids arming up and loking up and just going to war with the government made me think of Las Adelitas and the Mexican Revolution back in the early 1910s. Mexican Revolution happened between 1910 to 1924, 25, some people want to say. Other people peg it to 1923 when they killed Villa, and some people peg it to when they shot Zapata. But if you ask the native of Mexico, the revolution never really ended. There's a song out there from Gerardo Reyes called Pablo del Monte, where basically the chorus of the line is like, "Yo, dig up the homie and let him know the revolution ain't done. We still got work to do." And one of the things that I find interesting about that revolution is it's one of the few in the world that had actual women participants. And in that, glorify your women, upbring your women, but it also goes to show you the relationship women had within their home culture, whatever you want to call it. The Carter War was greater for them than it has been for other people. I'm not entirely sure how many women in history kind of pick up that kind of mantle, but the fact that Latino, indigenous, Mesoamerican culture has them, to me, for a better lack of the word, it's the tits. There is no real origination for them, honestly. The Mexican Revolution touched every aspect of Mexican life, so much so that it became the backbone of the golden age of Mexican cinema and Mexican music. Jose Alfredo Jimenez, Pedro Infante, Javier Solis, Jorge Negrete, they're all children of the revolution in one way, shape, and or form, even if their pueblos or their town or where they originated from had nothing to do with it. The face of the world after such a thing, it's again, it's a word that I use a lot, but it's fascinating to a homie. I sit here and I sometimes I ask about humanity just because our psyche as a whole is just so different from the rest of the world. We celebrate death by laughing at it. It's one of those things. I find it funny. There's a video that I saw going completely off bar that shows a protester getting shot. And mind you, before the protester gets shot, him and his homies are talking shit to the armed military police, talking about you ain't got balls, and then click, clack, boom, your homies get shot. And they're like, holy shit, you killed him, you shot him, get a medic. Dog, let it be known right here, right now, that if you ever find me in a protest against guns and I get shot, don't stop. Y'all motherfuckers keep it moving forward. At the end of the day, not to sound like an asshole, but to quote Rocky, if a homie dies, he dies, dog. We out here living. We out here live. We all knew the consequences when we stepped out the door. Motherfucking governments ain't gonna listen to us. You gotta make them listen. That's why protesting is big and it's a thing. Whether you think it works or not, whether or not you think you do good or not, at the end of the day, it's not for you, it's for others to know and to understand. So anyways, these women that were suffering these conditions picked up arms and went to war. So many women enlisted that they weren't gonna hide, they weren't gonna dress as men. They literally put bandoleros, which is, if I'm not mistaken, and I probably am, shout out to those that correct me, but basically bandolier straps of guns, dog, like boom, bam, dog, I got a rifle, I can shoot, bow. Made some of the best snipers, I guess you could say, from way back in the day. But Adelitas are something within the Latino community that's been getting ignored for a lot. Soldaderas, they want to call them, guerrillas is what I grew up knowing them as. But for the common folk, for the everyday folk, for the people that were uneducated, which is the majority of my peers, I guess you could say, we've known them as Adelitas, the warrior women, the women that if they call Latina women feisty, is because they demand their equality. And whether that's fetishized or not, whether that's a thing you want or not, I gotta respect that, homie. In no other culture are you gonna find as women as vocal as Latina women. They'll let you know when you're fucking up. They'll let you know when you're doing wrong. They'll let you know when you're being stupid, and they'll cuss you out in 2 languages, even if the bitches only know 1. Ah, man, I love it. But that's the kind of stock they come from, and if you look deeper into it, if you want to tie again, Mesoamerican ideals to it, is because Mesoamericans had a different hierarchy than what the Eastern Road Broader was accustomed to. The place of a woman within those philosophies, civilizations, societies, whatever the fuck you want to call them, has always been in submissive roles. You got women that, the Greeks viewed only as childbearing, but true love was found between a man and a boy. Y'all motherfuckers are wild. That makes no sense to me. I don't even guess, dog. Good luck to all of you. But within indigenous culture, you had tribes that emphasized matriarchal belief system where women were equal, because these tribes didn't survive independently. They didn't survive because one sex was quote unquote better than the other. Like, don't get me wrong, nuts and a dick swinging around, yeah, men are gonna be idiots no matter which civilization you're currently running upon. But within Western Hemisphere ideals, within Mesoamerican ideals, a woman's place was different. And I find it very interesting that the history books don't really acknowledge that they focus more on the male, what feminists would call the patriarchal view. But mind you, that's because that's what Catholic and Christianity is. Judaism and Hinduism and Islamism is like the forcing of women to submit. The reason men cling to these ideals is because a lot of them get rejected, and the majority of mankind can't stand rejection. Go look at social media. How many motherfuckers cry at you? You feel me? So anyways, you don't really read about the equality or the contributions women had to these cultures because it doesn't apply to their philosophy. So to have these women pick up arms and guns and understand that it's an eye for an eye, it boggles people's minds. Even to this very single day, it's still a topic not discussed until you reach maturity. I mean, shout out to 2012 and forward, the conversation has expanded, but who was talking about this before? Who was shedding light on all of this before? We're entering a whole new decade in a society, well, not even a society. As a species, the male is on a decline, whether that's by diet, war, XYZ. It's a conversation. So within that conversation, you have to understand that you as a man, your voice is going to get diminished. Whether you agree with me or not is neither here nor there. The Me Too movement is going to exist with or without your consent. No one gives a fuck what we have to say and or think. But if you were to understand the equality women had in the western side of the world, your life would be a whole lot easier than wondering if what you did was consensual or not. And I understand that's stepping into very other conversations. But I'm here to talk about, indigenous women and their place within the tribe. If you look at history and you realize that they stole the Constitution or the Declaration of Independence, I forget which one, it might have been both, again, I'm a little bit faded, but they stole their basis of the pursuit of happiness, all men are created equal, XYZ, like that comes from the Iroquois nation. That's an indigenous nation that they work to eradicate, just so that they can show the world that they were the first to have this thought while having slaves still in the back. You feel me? So when it comes to guerrillas, Adelitas, I personally wonder how much of our personal history has been hidden from us or robbed from us, especially from our young Latina women, brown women, black women. Like, the contributions are immense, the contributions are insurmountable, and these guerrillas not only make up a paragraph, but they make up a chapter, if that makes sense. And it's a chapter of humanity that humanity hasn't even addressed. How many down ass women do you know For as many bitches and prostitutes as Pablo Escobar had, how much did his wife hold him down? Same thing with fucking El Chapo. Same thing with that fool's son. Like, you can want to look at these situations and call, them a rare breed, but nah, dog, if you give a woman her place, if you give a woman her respect, she's gonna treat you like her equal, whatever that means to you. And no, that's not saying I validate or I condone abusive relationships. I'm just saying that if you want to get, there's a quote that says that if you want to go far, go alone, but if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. And that's something that gets fucked up real quick. You feel me? Because everybody thinks that they're this lone wolf, that they're this badass, that they're this, chingon, whatever. But you don't realize how much you don't realize how much your community plays into effect, into any and all of that. There are celebrity artists out there that are Latino that I can't stand, but I respect every single fucking fan they got, because at the end of the day, that's your people giving you love. Even though I may not support you, even though I may not agree with you, even though I may think you're a mark-ass bitch, even though I think you're a punk-ass fool, even though I think I will rob you the first day that I meet you on a personal level, dog. Like, props to those fools for believing in you. Props to those fools for seeing something good in you and greater in you, because honestly, to me, fuck you, dog. And I don't mean that disrespectfully either. And I know that what do you mean, fool? It's like an oxymoron. Like, on a personal level, I don't give a fuck. On a cultural level, as someone that my nieces have to look up to, my nephews have to relate to, my cousins have to view you, X, Y, Z, blah, blah, blah. Like, nah, dog, we are better. We can do better. And it comes from acknowledging the well that we come from. Adelitas to me they're the face of the resistance before Rosie the Riveter was ever a thing, before World War II. And it's frustrating to me reading about the subtle femicide going on that gets reported on but not looked on or not remedied, because it helps fuel an agenda. And mind you, that's all conspiracy theories, you feel me? And when it concerns Adelitas, you have to keep pushing that image forward. You have to keep reminding people that in the 20th century, women were down for the cause the exact same way their male counterparts are, and will be. If you look at all the Mesoamerican movements, the Machista movement, the Chicano movement, any movement that involves Latinos, you're gonna find women leading it. They understand their culture a whole lot more. They fight for it a whole lot more. There are people I follow on Instagram that are women that speak volumes to their community. Now, mind you, the majority of their audience is male, and a lot of them follow because they want a bone. But at the end of the day, they're exposed to water. They're exposed to the ferocity and the power that true femininity can bring about. To understand your place in the world as an equal to your male counterparts and not shy away from that. Yeah, other cultures call it feisty, and they want to call it feisty because they think they can subdue you. But nah, they got it real twisted. I've seen men become more obedient than dogs when it comes to getting pussy. And that's just... And homie, I grew up around pimps and their hoes, so if you doubt any of that, homie, just go listen to Too Short. That homie will set you straight. But Adelitas are a very powerful image. I don't know, because watching, I grew up with their imagery around me my whole life, so I don't know if watching them as a child it would affect me, or if me being a girl would affect me. But I know that it makes me proud to see those images and see my people be down for one another regardless of gender, where one, like, they didn't cover each other, they didn't hide each other. And then I had to remember that those ideals of, a man protecting a woman or XYZ, like, that shit got here on a boat. I have to remember that I come from a culture that women, to a degree, stood on firm and equal ground as men. That's why quinceañeras are such a big thing. A lot of people think that it's just a debutante ball or whatever, but it was to show another member joining the community. Quinceañeras were literally weddings once upon a time that the Spanish and the Catholics took into presenting their young daughters in as, and it's mad wild and mad ridiculous, but at the end of the day, those quote-unquote quinceañera customs are indigenous customs. They're customs that come from our source, from our tribes, from our roots. That's why whenever you go to a quinceañera, they may seem alike, but the community coming together, the people that your parents call together, like, those are your tribe. Those are the people that want to see you win. Those are the people that want to see you succeed. That's your community coming to accept you in as a peer, to let you know that your voice is now heard amongst the adults. And it through European eyes, it's a debutant ball. To other cultures, it's a weird presentation. But to our cultures, it's welcoming another adult into the fold. And when they ask about where the male version of that is, well, homie, we're not really going to war. We're not really coming back as war heroes or war anything. So our male customs in that kind of died away. But think about it like this, though. If our male customs were removed, but the women's were remained, that goes to show you once again the power indigenous women had within their community to preserve that very feminine custom. And where that legacy has led to, which is another thing that I personally think would bring fear into governments, which is empowering women with the belief that, dog, hold this gun real quick, hold this rifle, we know you can. But once again, Christian ideals evacuate that from the mentality. And that's something that really does need to change as society moves forward and as we move along. The warrior isn't just relegated to males only. It knows no sex. If you want that equation, go look at Xena, the warrior princess. Go look at She-Ra. Go look at Wonder Woman. There's a reason why all of these strong women inspire others, other women especially. But there aren't really any real proof of it, except for, and mind you, I'm going to big up my culture here like I always have been, pero las Adelitas. The homegirls that get down with the rifles, dog, if you were to look to my Instagram, I've been talking about homegirls since 2016, I think, if not even further. But we're entering a new decade, dog. I hope you're able to look at things differently. I hope that if you're a woman, you're able to embrace your, for a better lack of a term, your masculine side, your empowering side, your side that lets you know that it's not about male or female, but it's about tribe, community, and unity. Those that hold it down for you and you holding it down for them. But look, I'm a DIP. I hope you all been good. I hope you all stay up. Once again, thank you for listening to What's Hood with me, the homie. Thank you for binging on this on YouTube under the Binge on This channel. Shouts out for liking, subscribing, hitting the notification bell. Shouts out to this, that, and the other. Happy News with Perry Kerr, Total Time TV, Sam of All Trades, Universal Dreams, and of course, your homie. Hop in the comment section, dog. Let me know what you think about Adelitas. Let me know what I got wrong, homie. It's all good. And if you see me out there live at the function, dog, let me know what's hood. Talk to y'all later. Bless.